Hi, my name is Wendy Green, and I imagine you are listening to this because you're curious about what is What's Next group coaching. So I want to start out by telling you a little story. When I think of life after we leave our careers, life in our later years, I think about my dad. He had his own advertising agency for most of the time I was growing up. And one day he was at the office really, really early, and he called home and said to my mother, "I feel like I've lost the last several years of my life. I'm done." And at that point, he decided he was going to sell everything, all of our house, our property, everything we had in South Florida, and move the whole family up to the mountains of Western North Carolina, actually deep into the heart of Appalachia. He bought 300 acres of land, and he just settled in. Fortunately for me, I was off to college that first year, so I was not living in the little log cabin with no running water for that first year that he decided that was going to be his retirement. He basically checked out. But after about a year of that, he realized that was not enough. He needed to take that time to restore, but he also knew he needed more. So he went to Appalachian State University and offered his services as an executive in residence, and loved those years of teaching at the university. Eventually, he moved back to South Florida, where all of the other family was, but he was not done yet. He started like a coaching practice, in a sense, in that he was meeting with large groups of people in retirement communities and talking to them about living their best life. He started a TV show where he was interviewing guests. I guess the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. I'm doing very similar things myself now. The dictionary defines retirement as withdrawal when you become old. And I have to say, really? At 65, are you ready to withdraw? Even at 55, if you're lucky enough to retire then, are you ready to withdraw? We probably have another 20 to 30 years of life ahead of us. And I believe that living a fulfilling, meaningful, useful life is going to be a healthy, vital life. So that's why I started the What's Next group coaching program. Let me tell you a little bit about what we cover in that program. In 6 weeks, we will look at what are your beliefs around aging. And they have a huge impact on how you plan and choose to live your life going forward. We will also look at the roles that you have taken on. In other words, who have you been in the life leading up to now? And then we're going to look at who are you now, and the ultimate question, who do you want to be in this next stage of your life? We're going to explore the process of transition. Now, all of us have been through transitions in our lifetime, but I'm guessing that most of us have not had the opportunity to really take the time to reflect on what the transition means and what we can learn from it and how we can get through it and feel more whole and feel better about where we're going after we've gone through that time of exploring and just being during some of that transition. We're going to talk about your values and how you can use those values that are most important to you to create the vision for the life that you want to live in this next stage of your life. There is also an assessment as part of this program, and that will give you insight into the life theme that you are really striving for, but maybe you haven't given yourself permission to really embrace it. We're going to talk about health and vitality and how important that is as you move into your later years of life. And what do you plan to do to maintain your health and vitality? And finally, we will bring all of this together and create a 6-month plan. And this plan will give you a roadmap into where you are going after you have left your job, making a plan for what you want to do in many aspects of your life and what you want to focus on, and really start to reprogram, in a sense, retrain yourself to life after retirement, where you have more flexibility, but it's so easy to fill up that time with things that you don't even know what you did that day. And each day starts to run into the next. And with the plan, you are going to have a roadmap, as I said, to look at what is going to be important to you over the next several months to get you to where you want to be, where you feel engaged, where you have established the new sense of meaning, the new sense of purpose, the new roles of who you are. So if any of this sounds like things that you might be struggling with or concerned about, either leading into retirement or if you have recently retired, I call it evolving rather than retiring. Give me a call. You can click on the button that says schedule a 20-minute consultation, and let's just chat a little bit so you can learn more about what I'm doing. I can learn more about where you are and where you want to be. And maybe, you know what, maybe you don't even know yet. So we can work on that too. My next group program is going to start on January the 17th. But between now and then, I am happy to talk to you, and we can even do some one-on-one coaching if that works for you.